Hey y'all, I'm here with a very interesting form of content today. I'm trying out, we're becoming YouTubers! Oh my god! No, I'm kidding. That's not happening anytime soon. From what I know, to my knowledge, I'm not like moving on here. But I come to you with a different form of content because I'm bored. Shits and gigs, like, you get me, okay? Now the setup, a little bit atrocious, but you guys have to have some sort of faith in me that this is like fine. I personally, I come here and I'm serving free. Here I come to reappear after like 6 months of disappearance. I'm still alive. A lot of people thought I died, but unfortunately for you, I'm still alive. I can't tell you much more, but that's just how it is. I come to you with a Q&A, a frequently asked questions, a FAQ, if you will. We're gonna get started, and I'd like to preface this video by saying that I'm not very funny. I never claimed to be, because then a lot of people are gonna be like, this girl thinks she's funny. This girl doesn't think. There's nothing up here. It's empty up here. It's like a wad of chewing gum up here. I promise. Like, when it comes to things like this, there's nothing up there. Literally bring me anywhere else but here. But anyway, I'm gonna start off with some very calm questions, and we're gonna slowly digress into what is seemingly insanity. I have written down a lot of these questions. I'll try to like put them up here if I can, and if I can't, well, that's too damn bad, because guess who's not paying an editor? Me. The first one and the main one is how tall I am. I stand at a very strong 5'10". I am 178 centimeters to be precise, and if you don't believe me, fuck you. I'm kidding. And if you don't believe me, that's on you, because I'm not going to pull out my legal documents because some hoe on the internet does not believe me. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. And you're going to have to sit in your own shame and your disbelief. So keep it at that. But to give you an idea, my father's 6'4" and my mother is 5'3" or 5'4". Dumbest thing that I've done that's worked, I honestly don't know. I don't tend to do things that are stupid because I am very I like to think things through before doing them, because I feel like if you just do things without like thinking, it's not going to get you anywhere. I think something stupid that I did like one time when I was younger, there was this, and this is like dumb because it's like, it's weird and I don't know why I did it, and like it's not that weird, but it's just messed up. There's this kid that used to bully me, and I never saw him again because I transferred school, so I mean, I never saw him again. I'm gonna say that his name's like Zeke or something, because that's not a cute name and he's horrific. But Zeke would bully me like basically every single freaking day of my life and would not let me catch a freaking break. And so I was like, you know what? When I get out of here, something bad's gonna happen to you. You're gonna get karma, I promise. And I used to go to this specific school for Taekwondo because my Taekwondo instructor, he worked within the school because he had like a whole room and everything, and me and my brother would go. My brother, he is 4 years younger than me. He's like 13 right now, and at this time, this was like years ago, I think I was like 14 at the very most, but I was like 14, and I noticed that he started like trying to mess with my brother, like him and his little like gang of friends started trying to like pick on my brother. I don't really know what they were trying to do. Like they would, because my brother would take drumming lessons, they would go into the music room and start slamming on his drums for no reason. And I waited until he was alone, and then he got out of the room, and I tapped him on his shoulder and I said that if he ever did that again, I would BEAT him up, and he never did it again. Like, okay. And also, first of all, you're stupid for falling for it. Do you see the like girth of my arm? You think this is gonna beat you up? You got another work. So I mean, is it really even stupid? Maybe not. Show recommendations. What do I recommend? I don't know what I recommend. I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch a lot of shows. I think the only show that I'm watching is in the City. I don't know if I can say that word on here. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how stuff works on YouTube. I'm more of a TikTok person, so I'm so sorry. I don't know how that works. I like that show. It's really good. There's like movies with it and they're fun. I have like a burning passion for like a burning, hateful, unwavering amount of like genuine hatred for almost every single character in that show. That's what keeps me going. I feel like that's what really keeps me like awake and out here doing things. It's the rage that's keeping me alive. It's like fueling my every move. Do I live in Arizona? No. And this usually follows with a lot of questions about university. I'll go into that. I don't live in Arizona, and I don't think I ever will. I attend the University of Arizona, but I don't do it in person. I do it online because when I started university, I was like barely 17. So it would be a little strange if I moved to a completely different country without my parents for university. Worst picture. How I would love to show you guys my awful pictures. However, there is this picture I will show you if I do find it. There's this picture of me on my university ID, which I didn't even get to create because I don't have to, but I thought I did have to, so I took this horrific image of me, and I only know it's horrific because every single person that I know personally, like all my friends were like, that's an awful image of you, so I'll take their word for it because I'm not here to judge. Change of plans, I'm putting on glasses because I can't see anything and it's making me feel frustrated, so now you're getting full view of me and my element. What is my future plan? So I'm currently studying to become a surgeon. I really want to become a surgeon, a neurosurgeon to be precise. I think I've talked about it before, but I don't like discussing things that I want to do with myself on the internet because I'm afraid. Like, you guys are really freaky, and honestly, sometimes y'all just be saying anything. Can you backflip? Can I? Watch this! Don't play. Which leads me to the next one. What is my race and ethnicity? I am half French. My father's French and my mother is Korean. Another burning question is whether or not I have a boyfriend. The answer is no. I thought that was pretty obvious because I think if I was dating somebody, it would be a little more obvious than that. I mean, I wouldn't post them because that's terrifying, but I would, I would talk about it a little more than whatever the fuck I'm doing. So, but no, I do not have a boyfriend, contrary to popular belief. Anyway, leads me to my next point, body count, which first of all, are you good? Second, 0. I'm 17. Favorite color, my favorite color is red. It fluctuates between red, blue, and green. Very big fan of navy blue. Navy blue is wonderful. I love that color, but I love a good burgundy, so can't top that. Favorite movie, I love Southpaw, but then again, I have a lot of favorite movies. I think it depends on the mood I'm in, but Southpaw, like, first one that comes to my head because it's, like, beautiful and it's, like, genuinely devastating. It brought me into, like, a crippling depression for, like, half a minute, and it was just really sad. It's really sad, but it's wonderful. I recommend it 100%. You guys should all watch Southpaw right now. Turn on your TV, watch Southpaw. Another thing I get asked pretty frequently, oh my god. Another thing I get asked pretty frequently, oh my, damn. Something else that I get asked pretty frequently is if I go to the gym or not, or what my workout routine is, and I don't like answering this. I'll purposely ignore questions like this, but I'm gonna set the record straight. I'm gonna set it in stone. I don't work out, and I don't like talking about this because it's gonna sound like I'm bragging or like I'm being bitchy about it, but that's not it. I just don't do anything, but I still look, in my opinion, like very good, I guess. Like, not very good, like I'm not sitting here like gonna toot my own horn. For somebody that sits around and does nothing, I feel like I look pretty good, relatively in comparison to what I'd be doing because I don't do anything. I sit around, I study, and that is it. God forbid I run. The day you see me running is because something's after me. I'm serious. And even then, I think I'd be at like a very quick jog, like a frisk jog. I think I'd be at like a fast walk. And there was a time where I did martial arts, but I don't do that anymore. I stopped like I think a year or two ago for personal reasons. And even then, like I've always looked the way that I do. So unfortunately, no, I don't work out. And again, if you really want to work out, like, do it for you, girl. Like, it's not a big deal. Don't go around, because I feel like I see a lot of comments in my videos that are like, wow, now after seeing this, I'm not eating again. And that makes me feel really sad, guys. You don't say that. Like, you don't look like me by not eating. Y'all should see me when it's dinner time. Fuck. Like, I'm serious. Don't sit here and compare yourself to me, because that's not, like, don't compare yourself to anybody. Matter of fact, that's messed up. You look great. You guys look great, I promise you. If you can't see it, that's just you. But I'll tell you myself. Weird nickname. My brother calls me Beebs. I don't know where he got it from. He just started calling me it one day, and ever since it's stuck, he just calls me Beebs, and I respond to it. I don't really know where he got it. Maybe from like a show or something, but I've literally never heard of it until like my brother started saying it, so that's that. Sunny or cold weather? I love the cold, but the problem is I'm very like friolenta. I don't know if there's a word for that in English, but I get cold very quickly. Like, I start like shivering and shit. Right now it's like 27 degrees. I'm wearing, hold on. This is my outfit, and it's like 26 degrees. I don't really know what I'm on right now. So that gives you a bit of an idea. But I love the cold. The heat, I don't enjoy sweating because it makes me feel filthy, but I'm used to it because I live somewhere where it's really hot. So introvert or extrovert, I would say both. I feel like I'm very introverted in general, but once you get to know me, I'm very extroverted. Like I'm extroverted with people that I know. Zodiac sign, I'm a Gemini. I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear anything. If I open the comment section or if I open any DM or anything and everyone's like, you're a Gemini? No, I don't want to hear it. I think you guys are a little bit too judgy about things like this because why is that? Okay, you know what? Break out into story time. When I was like 12 or something, my mom was like not really friends, but she knew this woman and they were talking to each other and we're talking about like zodiac signs. And she's like, she asked my mom, she's like, so what's your zodiac sign? My mom's like, I'm a Capricorn. And she looks at me, she's like, Julia, what's your zodiac sign? I'm like, I'm a Gemini. Mind you, I'm 12. And she's like, she literally looked at me and she goes, oh, so you're two-faced? Yikes. You're 55. Why do you care? It's not like middle school. Like, and I'm 12, by the way, so it's not a big deal. Like, get out. Would you date taller or shorter? I do have preferences depending on the weather. I would date somebody that's shorter than me, of course. I don't really care. I feel like it really depends on how you are as a person. And that sounds corny. Oh my God. Quickest way to your heart. Being hilarious and money. Favorite song right now. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have a confession to make and I'm gonna make it here because I don't think a lot of people watch this. But currently right now, my favorite song, I'm gonna have to say, current favorite, Beso, by my divorced parents, Rosalia and Rauw Alejandro. I think it's because it's very traumatizing. It's very deep to my heart. It's very personal to me. Anyways. When is your birthday? I was born the 21st of June of 2007. Oh my God, to everybody's surprise, I'm not 25. I'm 17 years old and a little bit over a half. What you doing for a living? I am a student. I'm currently unemployed. Study biomedicine at U of A, University of Arizona. Go Wildcats. I have been studying since August. I graduated in June last year and I started university in August for my fall term. And I've been in my freshman year for like almost like around 8 months. I don't know, I'm not really paying much attention to that. Unemployed because mostly university, very time consuming on its own. I'm not sure how I would hold up with a job. Props, literally huge props, literally every single compliment to everybody that has a job, goes to university and also has children, because a lot of the people that are doing an online program like I do are people who are just getting back to school, like get their degrees and stuff like that, have families, jobs, and they have to study. So huge props to you, because that is crazy. You are insanely like good with time management or something. Like you have to be like on a second type of timing if you're doing all that. How long have I lived in Mexico? I've lived in Mexico since I was 6. That's like around 12 years or something like that. A little over 12 years, maybe, I don't know. But I've been living here for a while. I've been speaking Spanish probably since, at least within like the first year of being here, I started speaking Spanish. And then again, a lot of people ask me about my Spanish. Sí hablo español, pero el problema siento que es más que como que me da pena y además no me preguntan mucho en español, entonces no me pongo a hablar porque siento que es como raro si me pongo a hablar así de la nada. Por eso me dicen que soy gringa, que no sé hablar español, que no hablo español, ay no, que soy gringa, no. Ok, simplemente me hago la que habla español, pero neta sí hablo español, güey, o sea, simplemente no hablo mucho porque no hay muchas personas que me siguen que sí lo hablan. How many languages do you speak? I speak in order from first language to last. I speak French, Spanish, and English. I was counting, but you couldn't see it. French, Spanish, and English. And my first language is French. A lot of people don't believe me because I don't speak French. But then again, nobody that follows me speaks French to my knowledge. So I don't see why I would just randomly start speaking for everybody to listen if there's nothing for me to say that you guys would get. What breed is your dog? And I get asked this all the time because she looks like a little nutsack. My dog is a Xolitzcuintle. She's a Mexican hairless. She is not shaved. Contrary to popular belief, she is born the way that she looks right. She has looked like that since birth. She's always looked like a nutsack. That's just how it is. And there's nothing we can do about it. Her hair is not gonna grow. Guys, you guys think I'm gonna sit here and have her grow her hair? Nope, we can't. She's naked forever. Who is driving like that? Oh my God, you need to get your license revoked if you're driving like that. Sorry, but what the heck? Hair care. I feel like my hair looks very normal, so I'm not promising like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and promise you like fabulous results. I will promise you though, silky and smooth and healthier, not super healthy, not healthiest, healthier. My shampoo, I don't know if it's like specific to anybody, but I have low porosity hair. I use this Garnier Fructis or whatever it's called, like shampoo. It's green and it has like a booty hole on it. And as conditioner, I use this Ava NYC hair mask. It's really good and it smells really nice. I put it on like yesterday and it just smells really nice. Like it's really good. It makes my hair really shiny and smooth and like just really silky and stuff. And I think you guys should try it. Man or woman, try the hair mask. Now, the main question that everybody's been asking me is why I don't post anymore, and I feel like that's very obvious. I've become a studious woman. What can I say? I was studious to begin with. Long answer would have to be, and if anybody cares, it is definitely more because, first of all, school, 100%. School definitely takes up a lot of time and a lot of my energy and a lot of whatever I've got in within myself, to be honest. But I think another thing is that although I'm not going to sit here and lie and be like, social media is so hard. Like, I'm not going to put like whatever the name of that woman who it was and she's like, it's 5 p.m. I just got off. Being an influencer is so hard. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, however, is that it's complicated for me to have like an enjoyable time publishing on the internet. I do find it fun. I do it for shits and gigs, as I've previously mentioned. But I do think that another thing that people don't seem to consider is how I am treated whilst doing so. So because of the way that people talk about me or how they treat me when I do publish things, it's very hard for me to kind of form a positive environment when it comes to posting, because I'll post something and then there's like 15 perverted freaks in my DMs. I don't want to be cyberstalked. Like, I'm so sorry, I'm not interested. Like, I don't really know what it is that you guys think is so funny about this, but I don't find it funny at all. If anything, I find it stupid and I think you're a loser. You guys don't understand that like all the stuff that I don't talk about, just because I don't talk about these things does not mean that it's not happening. There's a lot of really fucked up things that people do behind my back on this app, and not on this app specifically, but on like social media in its own. A lot of really fucked up things happen basically all of the time whenever I post. So it becomes a little more complicated for me to enjoy posting as much as I used to. Especially when I'm in like a funk, and the funk itself is I'm studying for like 15 finals in a week. When I'm in a funk, it just becomes a lot harder because I'm like, oh, I should post, but then it's like, oh, but remember that perverted guy like who was harassing you for like 3 weeks? Oh, well, never mind then. I've lost interest. Suddenly I'm looking around the room. I don't really want to do this anymore. I'm not saying I'm going to quit. I'm not like being dramatic. I'm not going to put like a clickbait and I'm like, I'm leaving the internet. No, like that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's more like, please be understanding when I say all of this. Also, talking on the internet is like really hard for me because I just don't know when to stop. I don't know when to stop. And that's why lives were so good. Point is, I'm going to summarize it. School, and some of you guys are freaky, so it's hard for me to post and enjoy myself. So that's that. Also, I'd like to talk about this because I get asked pretty often, when are you gonna go live? When are you gonna go live? I can't go live on TikTok, you guys. I wish I could. If I could, I would have gone live 15 times in the past like 3 days. I'm serious. I can't go live anymore because somebody reported me. Who is the little freak that reported me? Show yourself, please. I'm appalled. I'm genuinely besmirched. I can't believe anybody would do this to me. And somebody reported me for being underaged, and I haven't been able to go live since I was like 16. Maybe TikTok will finally grant me permission to go live for once, since it's been so long. But so far, I'm not allowed. And if I will be going live, I'll do it on like Instagram. But Instagram kind of scares me. I'm going to be honest, I'm a little freaked out by it. I think it is better because then people can't send me money. I don't like when you guys send me money. I'm so sorry. I really do not like it because I feel kind of bad. And it makes me feel like Ash Trevino. And I'm deathly afraid of that woman. So please don't like spend your money on me. Spend your money on things that matter. Spend your money on like food or on your bills. Like, please buy yourself something. Buy yourself a drink. Crack a brewski open with your pals or something. Don't go around sending me stuff because not only it makes me feel bad, but also like I don't need the money. Like, I promise you I don't. I don't want to become one of those like TikTok beggars. I'm not begging for anything regardless, so that's not going to happen and I won't be one of those. It makes me feel like one. But yeah, don't spend your money on me. Please. I'm being serious. I'm like this. I'm gonna fall. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed or giggled or didn't. If not, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If not, fuck, I did. That's all that matters. Let me know if you guys would rather see me lip sync on TikTok than talk on YouTube. Have a little podcast moment. I'll see you next time when I'm feeling bored.